I guess I get asked a lot of times how I got started in the horse business or how I got started cowboying. I can remember playing cowboy quite a bit when I was a kid, and I think what intrigued me the most about cowboying was always the horse. I went to school in Houston, Texas, so I always played football and ran track, and I liked football the best. And even though I wasn't big, I was fast. You know, I liked that action. I got involved rodeoing quite a bit. At that time, I'd started rodeoing in high school, and back then there wasn't a lot of people to teach you how, and I just said, you know, I'm just going to go out there and enter that rodeo. So I went out to a place called Cypress Fairbanks, and they had a lot of tough horses and tough bulls, and I just entered, you know, and started learning through the School of Hard Knocks. Of course, I always say the worst thing that can happen to you rodeoing is winning, because then you don't want to quit. And so I started building a reputation, and pretty soon I started winning, and before you know it, I'd won enough money to get my card. And being involved with rodeo and ranching, I was always around horses quite a bit. You know, back in them days, you know, there wasn't any such thing really as clinicians or clinics too much. I'd see somebody I thought was a fairly good horseman, I'd say, well, how are you teaching that stop, or what are you doing to get that spin? And the information you would get then would be, well, son, I learned it the hard way, and by God, you can too. So that was kind of the stuff you got. So as I started riding horses, you know, I always tried to work with a horse and not be abusive or rough. And it was just an instinct I had to kind of do it that way. People would bring me these wild or problem horses, and then when they would come back, they would be really amazed at how good these horses were doing. And so then they would say, well, can we come out there and watch you? And I'd say, well, sure, come on up there. And so that's how the kind of deal started for me. And I always say when I started making them pay, well, then they really started listening. So, so I would start taking it on the road a little bit. Today, as I travel around the country, I still never screen the horses. People will call me and say, well, you need to screen this horse, you need to look at this horse. I tell them, no, I don't need to look at him, just, you know, bring him on. We could have rode that, couldn't we? And look good.
Teaching and putting on clinics naturally evolved into creating my own television series. I call it Ride Smart. You know, and it's based on my best-selling Western Horseman book. The show offers me a chance to really go in depth on what I've found to be the essentials of great horsemanship, and it also just shows people how to have fun with their horses. I've also co-created and host a show called The Extreme Cowboy Race, and we tape it right here on the Double Horn Ranch. You know, I've always loved stuff that's challenging and exciting to both horse and rider, and the Extreme Cowboy Race definitely is.
The most rewarding part for me is when I see the lights go on. You know, people go, oh, God, yeah, oh, you know, I'm getting this, oh, wow, look at my horse, you know. And that is so much fun. And to see the progress people are making and at the same time really enjoying themselves. And I tell people, learn to trust your horse, because trust is a two-way street. Trust is a belief, you know, and you never want to do anything to destroy the belief. One thing I learned from rodeo is to think positive and to stay mentally tough, and that you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. And we're going to get that with the horses too. So I tell people, don't get so frustrated, and don't concentrate on what went wrong so much. Just learn from it. Feed yourself positive thoughts, and when you do, I think you get positive results.
Good. There you go. Good job.
And there is something sort of magical and something sort of mystical about the horse. The magic, you know, is within the horse, you know. And I always said the magic is within you too. You know, you got to look in a horse's eye, and you know, you can see the magic there. You can see the soulfulness. You can see that he can think. When you get on a horse, what's amazing, you know, like when you get in a canter or something and you're just riding across the country, I mean, it's like flying. You have this power, this gift under you, and when it's done right, there's a true oneness between man and horse. You know, the horse is such an amazing animal, and so I want to keep doing the best I can for the horse. And I tell people about the horse, you know, you got to treat him with respect, and then remember, no man stands taller than when he sits on the back of a horse. In America, almost everybody has a little bit of cowboying, and what cowboying is to me, in reality, it's a tradition. As long as you keep working at it and working toward it, never quit. And I think that's one of the big secrets.